all to RKP online classes. I hope you all are doing well. So we are starting our online classes today onwards. So first of all, we are discussing about our subject, that is history. Okay, and history is a part of our subject social science. Okay, so today we are going to start a discussion about our subject, and that is social science. Social science. Now, do you know what is the difference between SST and SSC? The abbreviation we'll use for social science is SSC. Okay, so SST and SSC. What is the difference between both of them? As we know that the difference between both of them, first of the difference, that is the full form. Okay, so SST means social studies and SSC means social science. Social science. Okay, now we are coming to the point, what is the difference? So second is, that is in social studies, that is from class 3rd to 5, and social sciences 6 onwards. Okay, so in social studies we study about our surroundings, our environment, and about our society. And next there is social science, and when some scientific terms are added in this subject, it becomes social science. We study about our environment, about our society, and about our surrounding, as well as about some scientific terms. Okay, so social studies, when we study about our surroundings, about our environment, and about our society, that is social studies. But when we add some scientific terms into this, it becomes social science. Yes. Now we are discussing, we are studying, we are learning about our subject, that is social science. And social science is divided into 3 parts from class 6 or 6 onwards. So first of all, the part, that is, first part is history, and second part is geography. Second part is geography, and third part, that is civics. Third part is civics, or we can write it political science. We can write it as political science. So in this video, we are going to discuss about a subject, that is history. Okay, and in next videos you will be told, or you will be informed about geography and civics. So what is history? The basic term. What is a subject? History. Then there should be a question always that should be arises in your mind, and that is, what is subject? So what is the meaning of that subject? What is history? What is history? Do you know? If you know, then note down its answer in your classwork notebook if you know. I hope you all are writing, those who know its answer. Now I am going to tell you about what is history. History is the study of past in a chronological order. What is chronological order? The order in which something happened. Okay, like what happened? In which year I was born? First of all, that year will be kept at the top, and after that, when I went to school, when I went to then primary classes, then middle classes, and then some senior classes. Okay, and after that it will be followed by chronological order. It will be followed by what is when I started my college life. It means when I am telling all these things in a proper order, that order is called chronological order. Okay, so now you have to write answer of this question which I am telling to you all. So the question is, what is chronological order? You have to write its answer in your classwork notebook. So history is the study of past in chronological order. Okay. Then next is there is another term with named prehistory. With named prehistory. Okay. So history is the study of past for which we have written records. It is the study of past for which we have written records. Written records. But there is a term that is prehistory. Prehistory means the time period, the study of the past for which we have no written records. Okay, like the discovery of fire, the discovery of wheel. We have no written information about these incidents. Okay, so we can include that time period in prehistory and history for which we have written records like Vedas, Puranas and about other dynasties and about our independence. They all will be included in history. Okay, clear? So now there is a question that you have to write in your classwork notebook, that is differentiate between history and prehistory. Differentiate between history and prehistory. Start writing in your classwork notebook. If you are clear about this topic, then obviously you will be able to write it in your classwork notebook. If you have any doubt, you can clear it in your class. So this was the difference between history and prehistory. History and prehistory. Now next is resources of history or classification. So first of all, we will be doing significance. What is significant? Significance means importance. What is the importance of history? How does history help us? Then this is next topic, and they all are related to one another, or they are each other. Okay, they are related to each other. So what is the significance? What is the significance, or what is the importance of history? We are going to discuss about it now. What is it important? How is it important? Do you know? If you know, you can write it in your classwork notebook. Otherwise, I am going to tell you this. The importance of history, or it is important to us in many ways. Like, it tells us about the society of the earlier time, society of the past. It tells about the culture of the past, and it tells us about the changes in the society, what types of customs and what type of rituals were followed by those people at that time. And we know about our heritage as well, and we came to know about our identity. Okay, we came to know about our identity, and we came to know about the past of our country, obviously. Okay, so we can include these points in significance as well. And how does history help us? Okay, to know about our society, to know the changes, means how was the society in the earlier time, and how is society at that time, what changes had been done. Okay, and to know about the culture. What is culture? A way to live. I mean, a way in which people were living at that time, what customs they were following, what dresses they were wearing, what type of food they were eating. And obviously we know about their custom, their religions, what are followed by them, and some changes, and what they ate, what they wore. Okay, so these things are included in significance and how does history help us. We will be including these topics. Clear? Then we are coming to our next topic, that is classification. That is classification. History is classified into 3 parts. Into how many parts? 3 parts. History is classified into 3 parts. So first part will be ancient history. First part will be ancient history. and second part that will be medieval history, and third part is modern history. Third part is modern history. So first is ancient, second is medieval, and third is modern. Classification of history. Okay, first is ancient Indian history, second is medieval Indian history, and third one is modern Indian history. Okay, I will be telling you the starting point of the ancient history and the ending point जहां तक हम इसे लेके चलते हैं. Okay, so now I will be telling you this thing. Ancient history. Ancient history starts from that time for which we have written records. Obviously, if this is included in history, then obviously we will be having the written records. So ancient history starts from Vedas, Puranas, and Mauryans. Mauryan dynasty will also be included, Gupta dynasty will also be included, and Ananda dynasty also will be included in this part. Okay, so we can say ki Mauryans, Ananda and Guptas, etc. Okay, and Guptas we will be including, and these topics, these things can be included in ancient history. It starts with Vedas. There are 4 Vedas. These are the religious books. Okay, so there are 4 type of Vedas: Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. They all are the religious books. Okay, and what was the time period started from Vedas? That was 1000 BC to Gupta's dynasty 650 CE. I hope this is clear to you all. After that, second is medieval history. Medieval history starts with the arrival, or what is arrival? With the coming, okay, with the commence. It starts with the arrival of Mahmud Ghazni to our country. Mahmud Ghazni was a Turkish. He came into our country. Who? Mahmud Ghazni. It starts with the arrival of Mahmud Ghazni to our country, and it goes till Mughal Empire. Which empire? Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire. Clear? Now Ghazni. When did Ghazni come to our country? He came in around 1000 CE. Okay. So what is the meaning of BC? Before the birth of Jesus Christ. And what is CE? It means Common Era. This time period, if we are writing BC and BCE, it means we are talking about the time period which was before the birth of Jesus Christ. And what is CE and BCE? CE and AD. AD means Anno Domini. Anno Domini means in Latin. In Latin language, we can say Anno Domini means the year of the Lord. And Jesus Christ was the founder of the Christianity. This was Christian religion, and he was the founder of Christianity, of that religion. Okay. So CE or AD is it means the time period after the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay. Then it starts from Ghazni, arrival of Ghazni till Mughal Empire. It starts with 100 CE till 1707 CE when Aurangzeb died. Okay. Now modern history. Modern history usually starts with the mid of the 18th century, especially after the Battle of Plassey. And Battle of Plassey was fought in 1757, and after that we can say that modern history starts from at that time when Britishers were powerful. Okay, so it will be started from, we can say, trade system or arrival of British when they became powerful. So British, or we can say trade system. So British, it will be started from the British, and it will go till 1950. And 1950, as you know, that why we are starting it from 18th century and 1950. As you know that in 1947 our country was free. Modern history. Modern history starts from 18th century, mid of the 18th century, when the Battle of Plassey was fought. Okay, so it starts with the 18th century and it goes till 1950. Now the question is, when a country became free from the slavery of the Britishers in 1947, then why we are including the years of in 1947 we got freedom? Then why we are including the year of 48, 49 and 50? Why we are including it in our modern history? History should be till 1947, na? Then why we are including this? If you know that then you have to write it in your classwork notebook. So why we are including? I'm just telling you. Before that, you have to write about the classification of history in your classwork notebook. Classification of history: ancient history, medieval and modern, and their starting point and their ending point. Okay, so you have to write it in your classwork notebook. Write it right now. Pause the video and start writing. Now, I am going to tell you that why the years 1948, 1949 and 1915, 50 are added in this history. As you know, in 1947, our country became free from the slavery of the British. But after getting the freedom, what should be the required factors for a country to become a developing or developed country? How will it happen? Obviously, if we are having a constitution or if we are having government, only then that country can be governed. Okay, so at that time, what did the leaders feel? They felt that there should be a government to govern our country. If there is not any type of government, then how can our country develop? No, it can't. It cannot. Yes. So at that time, they felt the requirement of government. And how will government work? How will government govern the country? If there will be a constitution. If there is a constitution, what is constitution? Constitution is a set of rules by which a country can be governed. Okay, there are some rules, some regulations and some articles, some parts, all the things are written in that constitution. And if our country is having that constitution, then obviously there can be a government that can govern our country and can sort out the problems which are being facing by the people of our country. Okay, so after 1947, our constitution took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to get completed. Around 3 years. But sometimes we can be asked about the exact timing of constitution that was taken by. Okay, so this exact timing was 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. In this much time our constitution was ready. But now I am going to tell you then that our constitution was adopted in which year and our constitution was brought into force in which year. I hope this topic is clear to you all. What is a classification of history? So now we are discussing about our constitution. Okay, our constitution took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to get completed. Okay, our constitution was adopted in adopted on 26th November 1949. So before discussing or before learning about this, first of all, we should be aware who was the chairman of the drafting committee by which our constitution was drafted. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of that committee, and that's why he is known as the father of constitution. Who is known as the father of constitution? Who? That is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. What is B.R.? Bhim Rao. R means Ramji. Dr. Bhim Rao Ramji Ambedkar. Okay. So our constitution was adopted on 26th November 1949, but it was came into effect, or it was brought into force in 1950 on which date? On 26th January 1950. Hope this is clear to you all. In this year, in 1949, it was adopted and it came into effect. कब से उसे लागू किया गया? It means when did it come into effect? It came into effect on 26 January 1950, and on that day, on that 26 Jan, our country became a republic. Our country became a republic. Now, what is the meaning of republic? What is the meaning of republic? Republic means if a government is having its own government, its own constitution, and where the powers are in the hands of the people of that country, where people can choose, where people can elect their own representatives, their own leaders, then that country becomes a republic. Okay? If a country is having its government, its constitution, and where the powers are in the hands of the people to elect any representative or to make him as their leader, then that country is called republic. So from since that day, 26 January is celebrated as Republic Day every year. It is celebrated as Republic Day every year. But in 2015, Narendra Modi declared it as Constitution Day, that it will be celebrated as Constitution Day. What is Constitution Day? Obviously, on which day our Constitution came into effect. Okay, that's when Narendra Modi declared 26 January as Constitution Day. I hope this thing is clear to you all. That's why we included 40 and year 48, 49 and 50, till when we were having our own government and we were having constitution and the powers were in the hands of our people. Okay, so that's why 1948, 49 and 50 were added in that time period. Hope that classification is being clear to you all. The next is, we are coming, classification is also done. Now there is resources of history. Resources of history. Yes, this is very easy topic. Just look at the board carefully and listen to me carefully. Now, resources of history, or we can say ki sources of history. We are discussing about the sources that help us to study history. So first of all, there are literary resources. Which resources? Literary. Second is archaeological resources, and third is oral. Okay. By the way, these two are important. So first of all, we are coming on our first topic, that is literary sources. What is the meaning of literary? Literary means written. So the records, the resources which we have in their written form, they are called literary resources. Okay, they are called literary resources, and they are decipher. This is not decipher. It will be pronounced as decipher. D-E-C-I-P-H-E-R. It is decipher. And what is the meaning of decipher? Means that can be read. Read. R-E-A-D. Third form of read. Read, read, read. Okay. So decipher meaning that can be read. Literary resources are those resources that we found in written form, and they are decipher. Then they will be called literary resources. Okay. The next is archaeological. What are archaeological resources? Archaeological resources are those resources which we have got by excavation. Which we have got by excavation, or by excavating the earth surface. What is excavation? Excavation means digging the earth surface. Okay. So archaeological resources are those resources which we have got by excavation. Okay. Now there are some resources, there are some things what we have found inside the earth, and these are coins, pottery, paintings, sculptures. Okay. Coins, pottery means pot banana, making pots. Painting and sculptures. Sculptures mean to make the idols. What are idols? Mean murtiyan banana, sculptures. Okay. So now we can term them all together as artifacts. Artifacts, or the material, or the things, or the sources which we have got by excavating the earth. They are called archaeological resources. So they all can be altogether known as artifacts. Clear? The next is oral. Oral, as the name is telling, which are transferred from one place to another, or from one person to another by word of mouth. Okay, by speaking. And these can be some songs, stories, and some myths. Okay, they are transferred by our word of mouth. What are myths? Myths are those, we can say, are those things about which we really don't know that they really exist or not. We don't know that they really exist or not. Okay, so they are called some myths. Like about ghost, we really don't know. Who has experience about it? We know that they know that this thing exists. Yes, existed. But those who are not aware about this, those who have not experienced this, how will be they confirming, or they will be agreeing about this thing, that this thing happens? No. So these are some myths about which we really don't aware of that they exist or not. Clear? These are the sources of history. I hope this is clear to you all. So you have to write this topic as well in your classwork notebook. And listen to me carefully. And if you are not getting any point, you can watch this video again. And then if still you are getting any doubt about it, you can take your doubts in your class by your teacher. Then next is timeline. Now next topic, that is timeline. This is our last topic. That is timeline. So CE and AD, BC and BCE. What is CE? CE means Common Era, and AD means Jesus Christ. Okay, who was the founder of Christianity. The next is BCE, before Common Era. What is era? Era means time period. Okay, so AD, Anno Domini. Anno Domini in Latin, it means the year of the Lord or the year of the Jesus Christ. And BC means before the birth of Jesus Christ. So when Jesus Christ was born, from that period we will write after years, it will be followed by CE or AD. But if we are talking about before the birth of Jesus Christ, then with the time BC or BCE will be written. Okay? If we are talking about the time period before the birth of Jesus Christ, then we can write any of these. Okay? Both have the same meaning. So BC or BCE we will write before the birth of Jesus Christ, and if we are talking about after the birth of Jesus Christ, then we will write CE or AD. Any one you can write. They also have same meaning. So, as we discussed in classification in Vedas, in ancient history, that they started from 1000 BC to 650 CE. The time period was different. It means BC means before Christ. It means this was before the birth of Jesus Christ, and CE, Common Era, means after the birth of Jesus Christ. So we are talking about after the birth. Then obviously Jesus Christ was born obviously in the mid of that. Yes, ये Jesus Christ से पहले, and this is after the birth of Jesus Christ. Then obviously Jesus' birth was born between this time period. Yes, and the year in which Jesus Christ was born, that was 0. Okay, 0. So when he was born, after that, that time period is followed by CE or AD. So this time period will be followed by CE or AD, and this time period will be followed by BC or BCE. And there is one more thing. Now after 0 there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can follow them forward. Okay, but in the early years before the birth of Jesus Christ, the time was counted backward. Okay, backward, like 0. After 1000 BCE, if 1 year spends, after that 999 will be there. Okay, but now, like if we are in 2021, so next year will be 2022, and next year will be 2023, but that is after the birth of Jesus Christ. But before the birth of Jesus Christ, 1 was subtracting after every year. Like we are talking about 1000, so next year was 999, then next year was 998, and then next year was 997, and like that, by following this pattern, we came, this is 0 CE, and we are in 2021 CE or AD, you can write any one, and this is 1000 BC. Okay, so after that, as I told you that at that time, before the birth of Jesus Christ, the time period was running back. Okay, so after 1000 there was 999, then 998, 997, like this we will go till 900, then obviously 900 will also come. Yes, suppose that we are writing here 900 BC, then it will be followed by then like 899, 898, 897, then obviously it will go till 800 as well. It will go till 700 as well. It will go till 600 as well, 650, 640, 630, 500. It will go till then. Yes. So we are supposing that it came till 650 BC. Okay. And this time period, this is not compulsory that which time period I am writing here, you have to write that only. You have to just tell, you have to just show that you know very well that the time period, the time was running back at that time. You can write here 850, you can write here 630, whatever you want to write, it should be in back counting. Okay, it should be in back counting. So after 650 there will be 640, 639, something after that 600 will be there. After that 550, after 549, 48, 47, then we will go till 500 as well. Yes, so chalte chalte we will come 520 जो आपको ठीक है. Otherwise if you want to write at 500 you can write at 500 as well. Okay, then we will follow 400, then 400, after 400 399, 398, 397, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91. Like this we will go till 300 as well. We will go till 200 as well, and we will go till 150 as well. Yes, so suppose कि हम पहुंच गए 150. So after 150 there will be 149. As I told you that as well as we are spending the year, we are just spending our year, we are just passing down the year, the year is getting back. Okay, then after 150, 149, 148, 147, 146, like it will be followed, or it will go till 100. After then 90 also, 89, 88, then 80 also, then 89, then 79, 78, 77, 76. Means jate we will go till 50 BC. Yes, then after 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 43, 42, 41, 40, then like this we will go till 10. So after that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0. Here is 0. Okay, so this is the time, this was the time period when Jesus Christ was born. Okay, when Jesus Christ took birth. Okay, so this time period, that was in back counting. It is written as BC or BCE, or we could write here as BCE as well. Her jagah. Okay, they have the same meaning. But after that, here we are coming, this will be followed in CE or AD. चाहे अब आगे चलते जाएंगे 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 100 will also come, 500 will also come, 1000 will also come, 2000 will also come. Then CE you have to write here, and which year in which we are living now, 2021. This was your timeline. I hope this thing is clear to you all. So this was our topic. I hope everything is clear to you all. And the last question which you have to write in your notebook, that is, you have to make a timeline. You have to make timeline. And the years, these years should be different from the years that you have mentioned on the timeline. But keep it in your mind that that time period will be in back counting, and this time period will be forward. Okay, this will be not in back counting. This will go like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this we are following it right now. Clear? So this was our topic. I hope this thing is clear to you all. You have to make a timeline in your class of notebook. So I have given you some question in this video to do in your class of notebook. You all have to do that, and do share it in the WhatsApp group with your teacher. If you have any doubt, you can clear in the class. So take care, bye bye, and have a nice day.